Alright, so we are on our way to go get another transmission today. I gotta go meet up with Rowan, but before I do that, I've gotta go get tools. So this is the new transmission. This is a 373 geared transmission from an 83 Tercel 4-wheel drive. We only have one electrical connection compared to 3 on the later ones, and I don't think any of these will work. Actually, no, we've got 2. This one, I believe, is the 4-wheel drive sensor. This one, I actually don't remember. Anyways, this is the new one. It's in really good shape inside. The oil was absolutely clean. We checked the input shaft, took the shifter stuff out. A couple bolts broke, so I gotta try and get those out. And we had the front diff out and resealed, and we checked to see if this is indeed a 373 or 411. The way you do that is take the front diff out and count all the teeth on the ring gear. And just for reference, this is one from a front wheel drive. This is one from the transmission that blew up. These are all 41 teeth. Exact same. So, all 41. So, how can you get 373 or 411 from the same rear gear, from the same rear diff ratio? Well, in here is a pinion gear. This one is 10 tooth, and on 373s it's 11 teeth. Do the math and you'll get your ratio. What went wrong with this transmission? Well, for one thing, there's water that was just sitting inside the shifter case. The pin is also bad, which made the shifter really sloppy. And the input shaft comes out, and there is the drive gear on the input shaft. And it is just gone to bits. And keep in mind, that's the input shaft, and that's my finger. All that power's got to go through that little thing. If we look in here on the idler gear, you can probably see some teeth missing. And this only wants to move so much. And God knows what else there is for internal damage on this box. Eventually, at some point, we will be putting this one in, and I'll be using front wheel drive only so I don't get gear bind. And later on, I'll be putting a 373 rear diff in this for the 4A GE swap. While me and Rowan were down at Paydirt Auto, that's my 3AC distributor, I got my hands on a 4A GE distributor. And I just need it for the drive gear to put on this one. As you can see, there's a certain way they sit, and that will give us a full integrated ignition system on the 4A GE for carbs. Alright, so I didn't really get the transmission in last time. It was it's just a weird way to put these in. You have to go in from an angle, and this clutch lever gets in the way. So we ended up giving up. I was up here with a friend trying to get it in. No luck. Old one's still sitting over there. So easiest solution for that is we're going to have to take the engine out, put this transmission on the engine, and put it all in as one unit. Because that's going to be the easiest way around this, instead of screwing around all day with a jack or two and wood and whatever else we were trying. Yeah, it just wasn't working out right. So we're going to have to take a different approach and take the engine out. Now, thankfully, I don't have to take a lot off the engine. I just need to disconnect a few lines, drain the coolant, and take off a couple wires, and it comes right out. Now, unfortunately, I am here by myself this time, so I got to do all the heavy lifting for that transmission and that transmission, so this is going to be fun, but oh well. Weather's looking a little bit interesting today. It was hotter than the hinges of hell yesterday. It was over 30 degrees, and you gotta remember, I'm Canadian. I don't get along with hot weather, and when it gets hot and humid here, it sucks. This is what happens when you go mudding. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pressure wash this engine bay again. Good time to do it, I suppose. Okay, it's a little update on the storm. There's some stuff over there. Kind of looks a little menacing. But something's definitely rolling in from the west. So that's nice. We'll have to watch for it. There's wind picking up. It feels a little cooler out, so I think we're about to get hit with some rain. Okay, so it's actually another day. Motor's still out. It's still as disgusting as it was before. Have a look down there on the block. Look at all that mud. Yeah, anyways, I guess today's the day we put the transmission back on. But before that, I was going to do that all yesterday, but it was just so hot out, plus there was a rainstorm coming, so I didn't feel like getting blasted with rain while working because, yeah, shop's kind of a mess right now. So we've got to put this transmission onto the engine. But before that, we need to put the throwout bearing and whatnot on, and put this on that jack, lower the engine down, and bolt this to the engine. And then we can slide it all in. And this shifter case, I know no oil sits in the shifter case, but I'm going to put either a little bit of gear oil or something in here just to keep all this from seizing up, because this pin in here can get stuck back, this one here, and that's what it was like on my other one, and that just makes a shifter feel sloppy. So that's not a big deal. And sadly, a couple of the bolts broke on this one just because it was sitting for so long. They were a bit more seized up, but that's not a big deal. As long as water doesn't get in that one, I'm good to go. Water was sitting in the other one. I didn't really film it or get pictures, but there was indeed water in my shifter case, so that was nice. Also, another reason I had to go back down was I needed Prestone, because I had to drain all the coolant, and I typically don't keep Prestone. Yeah, I know that. Those are empty. I typically don't keep coolant around, so I had to go get some concentrate. So, that's about it. So, I say we get started trying to put this on.
a ghetto, full of magazines, full clips, and heavy metal when the smoke settles. I'm just looking for a big yellow. In 6-inch stilettos, Dr. Dre. Hello. Percolating, keep 'em waiting while you sitting there hating. Your bitch is hyperventilating, hoping that we penetrating. You get snating, cause I never been to Satan. For hardcore administrating, gangbang affiliating. MC Winner had you wildin' off a zone and a whole half a gallon. Get the dialing, 911 emergency. You can tell him, it's my son, he's hurting me, and he's a felon. On parole for robbery, ain't no copping a plea. Ain't no stopping the G. I'm in the 6, you got to hop in the 3. Company monopoly, you handle shit sloppily. I drop a key properly. They